morning, everyone. Today it is April 29th. Again, I don't think I'm gonna do a art teacher week vlog thing this week for art in general. It's like the same thing every single day. I mean, I might be dealing with some behavior issues with some students, but for the most part, it's the same thing all week long. Two of my grades are gonna write letters to their moms because I'm doing like a Mother's Day project with them. And then my 4th, 5th, and 6th are going to be doing portraits of themselves, sketching portraits. And then my 3rd grade class, they are making Harry Potter pets. So that, in a nutshell, is what I'm doing this week with art. I only have 5 weeks left, and I'm excited about that. 2 weeks of that's going to be taken up with these pets. This week and next week is Mother's Day, and then it'll be like 3 weeks for the portraits. So that's pretty much gonna bring me to the end of the year, and then I'm just gonna kind of come up with like filler activities, like going outside and drawing with chalk and stuff like that, because I don't want to start another project and not finish the project. So that being said, that's art for the week. And yeah, what I want this to be, though, is hopefully, my fingers crossed, this is going to be a week of interviews. I have an interview today for the 6th grade position that I applied for. If you watched my last video, you'll see that like the principal didn't even look at my resume when I brought it in and handed it to him. And he didn't complain, but somebody complained that I didn't go to the screening thing. But the screening thing was for the local college. I don't go to the local college, so it was this whole big thing. Well, then I guess one of his people that he wanted to interview for the job, they took a different position at a different school already and called and canceled their interview. So that left him with an open slot, and he called me last Friday in the afternoon to fill that slot. So I'll be going in after, like right after school. I have to head out so I can go to that interview and be there hopefully on time. It's like 4:10 and I get out at 3:45. So I should be able to make it on time. So we'll see. So that's going on today after school. I'll let you guys know after the interview how that went. But I'm hoping also that I get some phone calls either today or tomorrow for the other jobs that I applied for, and hopefully be scheduling some interviews for those this week. I do know that 2 of the schools that I applied for last week, they're going to be doing interviews this week. One of them's doing interviews on Wednesday, the other's doing interviews on Thursday / possibly Friday for me. Like he said that that's the 5th grade one, the Thursday one. And he said when I went in to hand him the interview that he was going to work around my schedule for the interview. So it sounds like I'm going to get a call for an interview, and that he will work with my schedule to schedule that interview. So it'll either be in the afternoon on Thursday or early on Friday. So I'm leaning towards the 3rd grade position. I'm gonna be honest with everyone. I really am either the 3rd grade or the 5th. More the 3rd, but if I don't get the 3rd, I would be okay with the 5th. I'll be okay with any of the jobs. But I'm leaning more towards the 3rd at a particular school. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so I will let you guys know after school on my way to my interview if I got any phone calls today to schedule any other interviews. I'll let you know how the interview went, and I'm hoping that this vlog is just a week of interviews where I tell you my feelings about the interview, how I think I did, stuff like that. I curled my hair today because I wanted to look presentable for the interview, but we'll see how well it keeps. I didn't even bring a rubber band, so I'm not tempted to like pull my hair up during the day. I would hope if I did do something like that, that the principal would be understanding that I teach during the day. Like, I'm trying to look professional for this interview, but I'm coming straight from teaching to an interview, teaching art. So I'm really hoping I don't get any clay on me or anything like that today. So I will let you guys go, and I will fill you in on what happens throughout the week with the week of interviews, hopefully. Bye. All right. On my way to the interview. So the reason why I'm getting on now though is I wanted to just update you guys that I did get a phone call from one of the 3rd grade positions, the one that I really want, and I will be interviewing for them on Wednesday. I can't believe people looking at me. I'll be interviewing for them on Wednesday, this Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. So hopefully that one goes like really well. I'm slightly nervous about this one. Like, I don't know, I'm on the fence about this whole interview right now. I'm nervous.
4 miles. Turn left onto South Highway 89.
I'm nervous, but I'm not nervous all at the same time. Like, the job has already been taken down off of the website as if like they've made a decision and they know that they're not going to need to call anybody back. So I'll see how this goes, kind of a thing. We'll just see how it all goes. So, but I do officially have an interview on Wednesday, which is good. So I will let you guys go, and I will let you know how I feel the interview went for the 6th grade position as soon as I'm done with it. So I will get back to you guys soon. Okay, first interview down. Go home, take a deep breath. It went way better than I thought it was gonna go. I'm glad that I was able to go in and do the interview. It dawned on me while I was in there that I subbed for the teacher that is leaving, that is retiring. So I feel like that's interesting. And what was also funny is the teacher that was my host teacher in the middle school in 4th grade. She was also the host teacher for another one of the 6th grade teachers at the school. So it'd be funny if I ended up getting this job and both of my host teachers, student teachers, are working at the same grade at the same school. I just think that would be funny. So I hope it went well. He said that they want to figure it out as soon as they can. I'm pretty sure they're only interviewing the rest of the day. So I'm thinking maybe, possibly, I don't know, by the end of the week, we'll know something. Or I'll know something. I'm so confused at what I want, you guys. Like, I'm so confused. That's not what I wanted. So, I'm gonna let you guys go. I think it went really well. There was a 4th grade teacher, a 2nd grade teacher, and 2 6th grade teachers there. So, like I said, now it's just time will tell. We'll see what happens. So I'll let you guys know, and I'll fill you in
the highlighted route. Then
as I am doing the interviews.
Make
so
a left turn.
I will talk to you later. Bye. Well, good morning, everyone. It is May 1st. Happy May. So I got an email yesterday, just a few updates real quick. Got an email yesterday from the 6th grade position that I interviewed for on Monday, and I did not get the position. I knew that was gonna happen. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't shocked, like, at all. I did the best I could, but I treated it as a practice interview. Wasn't shocked, like, no tear shed at all. And I did tell you guys that I got a phone call, and I have an interview today at 5:30 for a 3rd grade position. And then last night, I got another phone call, and I have an interview for a 5th grade position on Friday. I forgot to check the website to see if there were any other positions open. So I'll do that when I get to school. I checked yesterday when I think I got to school. So yeah, I'm having a little bit of a rough time right now. I'm nervous for the interview. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous. Like, I want this one. I want it. And so it's hard because I want it. But also, like, I don't know why, but before I left for work, there was a knock or a ring on the door, and I thought it was the carpool for my kids to go to school, but no, it's not. It's a package. And I'm like, a package? I'm like, I didn't order. Like, the only thing I ordered yesterday was clay, and that's not gonna come until next week. Like, I didn't order anything. Like, I was really confused. I was really, really confused. And my kid brought it into me. It was a package from Similac with formula and all sorts of goodies and stuff like that. And I just looked at it and I just started crying. I was having a hard time yesterday with it. And that just, man, put me over the top. And it's because there's a lady at work who's pregnant, and she's a little further along than I would have been, but like, I look at her waddling down the hallway and I'm like, I'm supposed to be big and fat and happy right now, and I'm not. Like, it's gonna keep hitting me. I was due next month. I was due in June. This has nothing to do with the interviews of what this video is about, but it's what's going through my head right now. I was supposed to have a baby in June, and so emotionally I'm a wreck right now. I'll pull it together before my interview at, I think it's at 5:30. It's either at 5 or 5:30. I'm planning on going home after work before I go to it, so but yeah. I'll let you guys go. Just wanted to give you an update that I did get another interview. I have one more application out there that I turned a resume into, so we'll see if I ever get a call back from that person. I honestly don't know how to read the situation when I turned in my resume, like handed it to him. So I don't know if I'll get a call or not. I also wanted to say, with the interview I have today, like this, and it's probably totally typical, like I'm not reading into it at all, but like the secretaries called me to set up that interview. Last night it was the principal directly who called me and then referenced, you know, you came in and we spoke for a little bit, like, and saying, are you interested in an interview? I'm like, yes, I'm interested. So that's everything. I'm gonna let you guys go. I will talk to you guys probably after or maybe before my interview. I don't know. Just to let you know how I'm feeling and how, yeah, maybe I'll even show you the outfit I'm wearing. I don't know if I'm gonna wear the same thing I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing like a tie-dye skirt, a white shirt, and then like a cardigan. So we'll see what I wear. I want to look professional, but I also want to look semi-casual. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know. But I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Alright, here I go. I did change my clothes. I was wearing like my long cardigan, like a white t-shirt and like this tie-dye skirt. And like all day, I just felt self-conscious about it. Like I don't know why. Like the skirt was just very bright. Like, and then like, even though red is like my power color, I don't know. I felt like it was just too much today for me. Maybe because I'm exhausted right now. I did come home after work today. I talked to the principal at the school that I'm working at right now, and it's like, any suggestions for my interview and stuff like that, and he gave me a few pointers and stuff like that. I'm nervous. And I'm leaving like super early. At least I hope it's super early. Oh my gosh, you guys. I know. Okay, this is what anxiety is. You guys, I have a problem. I laugh, but I want to cry about it. Because I have this pit in my stomach. I know my interview's at 5:30. I know in my head, in my heart, I know it's at 5:30. I wrote it down as at 5:30. I know my interview is at 5:30. I know this. Irrational anxiety in me hits. But what if it's at 5? Even though I know that it's at 5:30. Irrational, but what if it's at 5? This is anxiety. This is where you can't convince yourself that it's something different. That you're now paralyzed with fear that you're gonna miss out on your dream because you mistook the time of your interview for 5:30 when it's at 5. Not to mention you have a paranoid about being late for things. And if it's at 5 and I thought it was at 5:30, 1, that makes me late. One of my biggest fears. 2, it's being late for an interview. Bad. So I look close to 5. I'll be there after 5. But I like I said, I know it's at 5:30. I just have to get out of my head. But it has been an interesting day, to say the least. My car is going so fast. So I get to work at the school that I'm working at right now as an art teacher. I help a student with math before school. Then I go and I help out in kindergarten. I help out with the math test. And then I go into the other kindergarten class. She doesn't need me, so I go back to my art room to set up and get ready for everything. And then I get a phone call. I'm not happy about this phone call. It was from my kid's school. My oldest son was in the office because he was coughing too much. So I had 2 options. They told me I could bring him cough drops right now, or he had to go home. He had a cough. He doesn't have a fever. He's not anything like that. Give him a drink of water. Tell him to stop talking and move on with life. Like, maybe it was so bad, but like, he hasn't been so bad at home that like it's a huge coughing fit and like it's 10 minutes nonstop coughing. Like, it's not that bad. It's just a cough. And so I was like, my husband doesn't have a car to use. I'm the only one that has the car. I just happened to not be teaching right that moment because I didn't have to do the second kindergarten class. And my first class doesn't start for like 40 minutes, something like that. So I leave to go get him and bring him home because I have time to bring him home, but I don't have time to go to the store, buy cough drops, and bring them back to him. So in order for him to go to school tomorrow, he has to have cough drops. But my son went home from school because he had a cough. And so I was like, wanted to tell you about that. I'm gonna let you guys go though, because like I said, I am gonna go rock this interview and hope that my fear lessens and goes away, because I just want it to go away. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye. I'll be talking to you guys later today, but I was just at one of the subbing at the school that I interviewed for, and you guys, all day I'm like, oh, I'm getting the taste of something perfect. I was subbing in 2nd grade, and I was like, I could have these kids, they could be mine, and it was perfect. It was so perfect. I go up to the principal after school because I hadn't heard back about the 2nd interview or anything, so I didn't know if, like, not even saying that I didn't get selected for a 2nd interview, so I didn't know. She already had the 2nd interview. She already picked people. My perfect world was crushed. So I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna apply because I know that there's another job available. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna need to apply. I'm gonna go to another interview. I'm just gonna keep looking and looking and looking. I want to be a teacher. More than anything, I want to be a teacher. That's all I want to do. And my job will come to me one time. I just need one. I just need one. And my perfect job. It'll come. It'll come. But I wanted to keep you updated that this is a very emotional one for me because I was falling in love with those kiddos today. They could have been mine. It's so hard. I didn't even get a 2nd interview. She said that it's hard when I was going up against people who had years of teaching experience. It wasn't just like newbies fresh out of college. And I'm like, oh, but I'm not. Like, yes, as a teacher with a teaching license, I'm a newbie. But I am not new. I was a paraprofessional where I had to run my own coffee. And I will definitely emphasize every little thing today. And it's so hard during a speed interview to emphasize everything. But I will sell myself on this next one because I need to be a teacher. I need it more than anything right now. Hello again. I'm gonna try to call my sister. She didn't answer. I'm on my way to another school, another interview. I went home. I applied for another 3rd grade position that was open, and now I'm on my way to this interview. Redid my messy bun. That's the best it's gonna get. I don't know how I'm gonna do in this interview right now because I'm just emotionally, I feel like I'm defeated. Defeated is a really good word. Talking to my husband while I was applying for the job, I honestly didn't think it would be this hard. Maybe I'm naive. Maybe I'm a really, really naive person. But I honestly did not think it would be this hard to get a job. Everyone keeps telling you, everyone's always hiring special education. They're always hiring special education. You're definitely gonna get a job in special education. You're gonna get a job. You're gonna get a job. You're gonna get a job. I don't have a job. I got perfect scores on my observations for student teaching. Perfect scores. Did I feel like I was perfect? No, and everyone knows that I don't feel like I was perfect at all. But I got perfect scores. Perfect scores. And I don't have a job. So I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna put on my smile when I get there. Right now I'm still gonna feel a little sorry for myself. And I'm gonna do my absolute best again. That's what I'm gonna keep doing. Absolute best. And one of these times with my absolute best, it's gonna be good enough. And I'll get a job. So I'll let you go and I'll let you know how it went after the interview. Well, it's over. Supposedly I'll hear back by Tuesday. So, again though, I feel like it went great. I hope it went great. There's only 2 teachers per grade level at this school. And the other 5th grade teacher was there, and I kind of chose to talk a lot. Like, I know the principal has the final say and everything, but I chose to talk a lot directly to him because he would be my teammate, and I wanted him to be able to trust me that I knew what I was doing. More than anything, I wanted the principal to know that I knew what I was doing, but I really wanted the other teammate to know. And I just hope guys go though. This might be it. Actually, this is it for the week. So I'll just kind of wrap up my thoughts. So 3 interviews, 2 turn downs, 1 I won't know until next week. That's how we're finishing the week here. And while I am bummed, it's gonna be okay. Like, I will be fine. It'll be okay no matter what happens. And I need to just keep that in mind. I need to keep that in mind. So yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Good morning. Today is the 7th, and I figured I'd give you an update on the whole interviews of last week, so I can finish out this video and upload it. As you can probably tell from the expression on my face, I'm not exactly happy. I still don't have a job. I had 3 interviews last week for 4 different jobs, and I still don't have a job. I don't even know what to say. Other than I'm frustrated, I feel defeated. I feel depressed. I feel like I'm not good enough. Even though my very first interview with the special ed position, they wanted to give me a job, there just wasn't a job to be given. And then the second interview, I just knew I wasn't going to get. The third interview, I talked to the principal because I was subbing last week, and I told you guys all this already, but like, it's hard to compete with people who've been teaching for years that apply for a job and it's your first year teaching. It's one of those things They want experience, but somebody needs to give you a chance to give you that experience first. And then this last one, I got a call last night, and he said that they went with somebody else. He's like, but I really, really liked you, and so he asked my permission to share my information with the other principals in the district and stuff like that. And I don't know what else to do. I'm applying for jobs as they come up. I don't know if I want to apply for any more jobs. Like, that's how defeated and depressed I feel. I don't even know if I want to apply for any more jobs for next year. Like, for those of you who are new to my channel and may not know, January we lost a baby. It was my second miscarriage in 6 months, and it broke me. That's the best way to put it. It broke me. I was depressed, as anyone would be in a situation like that. I was almost 20 weeks along and found out that we lost the baby. It was a traumatic experience where I was hospitalized and had to have a blood transfusion and surgery and a bunch of things. But it broke me, and it was like a few weeks before I was supposed to like finish my last class. Like, I was working on my very last class. I finished in January. Like, I army crawled through the finish line, and I finished. I am determined. Okay, give myself that. I'm determined. But it broke me. And then after that, you know, about a month, a little over a month after that, I interviewed for the first job. And then I've been interviewing for all these jobs, and I keep getting denied. I keep getting rejected. I keep getting turned down. And after something that big happened at the beginning of the year, and then now four more times, having something slip through my fingers and losing it, I can't do it anymore. The problem is, and I'm gonna be honest, and I told my husband this last night, I'm doing VIP Kid. It's a good gig. Okay, if you want to get into it, it's a good gig. I'm not in love with it though. In fact, I told my husband, and I was being dramatic last night, I said I hate it. I hate being up early in the morning. I hate not being able to get my master's program done right now because I'm so tired at night because I'm working the VIP Kid and then I'm working at the school. Like, I need to pick one or the other. I think I'd like it more if I picked one or the other and just did that. So if I don't get a job next year, I don't think I'm gonna sub. I think I'm just gonna do VIP Kid, and then during the day I'm going to work on my master's degree because I feel like I'm falling way behind that in there. Like, I only have one class done. I'm not a happy person right now, and I want to be a happy person, but I'm not. And so maybe that's what I need to work on right now, is just me learning to be happy and figuring out how to be happy again. Because I truly, like, I've had days where I've been happy, but in general, I'm not a happy person after everything that's happened this year. And maybe I need to just focus on myself and learn how to be happy. And I'm not saying, like, go splurge and spend a ton of money in self-care stuff and things like that. But, like, just taking time for me and just learning to be happy again. Maybe that's what I need to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I will probably, even though I say I'm not going to apply for any more jobs, I'll probably apply for whatever pops up. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'll post this later this week. I'll edit it hopefully either tonight or tomorrow. And then I will post it, and so you guys can be filled in on what's going on in my life. Depending on what happens, this channel, like I said, it's not going to change names or anything like that. Because technically I'm still teaching. I'm still, you know, a VIP kid teacher and stuff like that. I still teach my kids. I still do things. But this channel might take a little bit of a turn for a little while so that I can put out better and more content, and it's not just me subbing and stuff like that. Like, in general, I think this channel is going to take a little bit of make a little bit of a change. I'm slowly doing the steps I need to do to make those changes. So I'll fill you guys in with that later, but for now, just know some changes are probably coming. I don't have a job yet. I might not have a job for next year, and I'm trying to learn to be happy. That's my update. So I'll add this on to the other clips, and I'll see you guys next time.